Hi friends, welcome back to my channel SciTech. In today's we'll try to compare the Realme GT versus iQOO 7 device. Is it worth of waiting for the Realme GT right now or not? Because so many users they actually plan to buy the iQOO 7 device at this moment, but they're really confused. Should they wait or not? I would say definitely wait. Yes, ultimately wait for the Realme GT device. Right now, we do know all the specifications about this device except the price range. Except price, we do know everything about this phone. So let's compare. What are the specifications, what are the differences, and which phone has got advantage in which type of category. I mean, performance wise or display wise, camera wise, battery wise, charging wise, build quality wise, everything. I'll try to compare in this video. I'll try to give you a clear idea what is happening between these both phones. So I'm trying to use the iQOO 7 device for the close to 80 days of usage with this phone, and I can definitely have a lot of confidence in this iQOO 7 device in terms of each and every part. But regarding the Realme GT, I need to based upon the specifications only. I'm trying to guess it on the Realme GT device. So first let's start with ultimately, which is a Snapdragon 888 processor. In the Realme GT we're getting Snapdragon 888, and the iQOO 7 device we're getting Snapdragon 870 chipset. And GPU also changes to Adreno 650 versus 660, as you can see friends. So in terms of the benchmark scores, you can expect 7 lakhs in the Snapdragon 870, and Snapdragon 888 you can expect benchmarks up to close to 7 lakhs 60,000, 7 lakhs 70,000, 80,000 as well, somewhere around that regarding the benchmarks. So overall in terms of the performance wise, I can definitely say the Snapdragon 888 will be good. But one more thing, with the Snapdragon 888, if the thermals are not managed properly, there will be a lot of heating issues in the Snapdragon 888. That's the one thing. And there will be a lot of battery consumption as well if the thermals are not maintained properly. So better wait for my reviews. Only after seeing my reviews only you can decide whether to buy this phone or not, based upon the intense testing which I'll be doing for the first 2 to 3 days. You can definitely decide. Don't buy in the first sale. Please, I'm trying to say you again and again, don't buy in the first sale itself. Try to wait for the second sale. No problem. Even they give you some kind of discount in the first sale, don't worry at all. Wait for the second sale. So I need to test the thermal throttling, everything in this phone. But right now in the Snapdragon 870 chipset, I don't have any issues. No. The temperature in this phone, right before, it used to increase a lot, but after the recent software update, it got really managed. Right now I'm seeing only close to 40 degrees in this phone. Nothing much major. I'm not seeing any kind of heating problems in this device at this moment. So performance is top notch. Exactly friends, in both phones you won't be able to notice much difference. That is the thing which I need to test it. Once I get the phone, I'll try to test very soon. Let me know in the comment section below. Should I buy the Realme GT or not? That's the one thing which I'm really interested to see. So in the performance, Realme GT slight advantage. And next thing regarding the display. So regarding the display, the Realme GT has got the 6.43 inches, same kind of specifications like the Realme X1 Max. Yes, exactly same specifications. So you should not be worried at all. So you did see my previous display comparisons, right? Which display is best regarding this both phones. So you will get a clear idea what is happening between both phones. Nothing much major change you will see at this moment in this both phones. And 6.62 inches big screen versus small screen. Same 120 Hz refresh rate. Nothing much major change in this segment. And next area regarding the camera. So regarding the camera, we are having 64 megapixel versus 48 megapixel. Same kind of pattern is going on. Realme versus iQOO 7, Realme X1 Max versus this phone. Same kind of camera interface we'll be definitely seeing. Same kind of, I think, image processing as well. But this thing I need to test it. So sorry for that friends. I need to test once I get hands on. Only then I can actually give the confidence on this one. So other than that, I cannot give the confidence on the camera. So I need to do the real life testing as well once I get the device. So camera part I'll try to leave aside. So next, regarding the 3.5mm jack, 3.5mm jack, it's present in the Realme GT. That's the one advantage the Realme GT has got. So Realme GT has got advantage of Snapdragon 888 processor and 3.5mm jack. Two really good advantage which cannot be replaced in the iQOO 7 device. That's fantastic. So Wi-Fi 6 capabilities are there in both phones. So you should not be worried at all about the Wi-Fi 6 capabilities. USB Type-C 2.0 and USB Type-C 2.0. The reason why I'm mentioning this USB Type-C 2.0 because at this kind of price range from the OnePlus phones, they offer USB Type 3.1. 3.1 versus 2.0, there is a huge difference. So I did do plenty of data transfer rates comparison. You can check those videos in case if you wanted. For example, 1 GB file in this USB 2.0, it will take transfer up to close to 30 seconds. In the OnePlus phones, in the 3.1 port, which has got, it will take only 3 seconds of time. There's a huge difference in the data transfer rates. So you need to keep that in mind. In-display fingerprint scanner, so both are having the in-display fingerprint scanner, and battery capacity is slightly close to each other, and the charging speed also slightly close to each other only in terms of the charging speed. So nothing much major difference is going on basically between both phones. As I said, the Snapdragon 888 processor is a one difference and 3.5mm jack is another difference. One more difference gonna be price. So that is what the price of the Realme GT decides, whether it's a winner or not. because if the price comes close to 38,000, 39,000 for this Realme GT, I would not suggest to buy. Yes, absolutely no use of buying this one. If the price comes close to anywhere 33,999 or 34,999, I'm guessing that 33,999, 32,999 should be kind of really good choice for this Realme GT to buy. That is what my expectations are. If this phone comes to 31,999, it will be really miracle. Yes, it will be really good phone for a lot of other users, but we do know the Snapdragon 888 processor is really costly one when compared with other phones. So I'm not sure whether they'll be compromising for that kind of price or not. But if this price comes close to this iQOO 7 device, then ultimately you can choose the Realme GT device. At this moment, the price is only one thing which is stopping between these both phones. Only the price. So the price decides whether the Realme GT is a winner or not. So thank you for watching this video, friends. I think I did give some kind of clarity what is happening between both phones. And finally, regarding software updates, I will trust, I think, the Realme software updates than the iQOO 7 device software updates. The reason is because in my past experience with the iQOO 7 device, that is what I did learn. So if you watch my plenty of videos, there's one thing which I did say. I need experience with this phone to make some comments on the software updates. Right now I do feel I got better experience, 90 days close to experience, and software updates are not that great. It's not coming very fast. No, it took 20 days to receive the recent software update. Till now I did not get the software update at all, and same response from the customer team, nothing. There is no use at all. So in terms of the software updates, I will definitely trust the Realme GT, maybe the Realme phones. That is what I mean. Even the Realme phones, they take a lot of time. I mean 1 week of time, maybe 5 days of time, but not too longer. Not 10 days, not 15 days, not 20 days. That's the one thing which we need to deal if you're plan to buy the iQOO 7 device. But performance wise, I'm totally happy. But only the software one which is really bothering me in recommending these phones, because I should not get blame and I should not be that kind of situation where people trust me and they buy the phone and they don't get the software updates, and it's really worries me as well by giving that kind of different type of judgment about this phone. That is the reason I'm trying to be fact right now. The iQOO 7 device, right now we are experiencing very slow updates. I'm not sure for what reason it is, but definitely that's the one thing you should definitely understand before buying this iQOO 7 device. I'm making plenty of videos. I'm doing my best to bring the awareness as well. Every day I'm trying to make, but still there's no use about this iQOO 7 updates. So let's see what we can do actually to get the updates faster. I'll try to update later on, but this is the fact is happening, friends, between both phones. And finally, the price will decide the Realme GT is a winner or not. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to participate in the community voting. So very soon I'll try to vote whether to buy the Realme GT or not. Depending on the comments only, I'll be able to buy the device, only depending on the comments. So make sure to participate in the community voting whether should I buy this Realme GT or not. So that's what I'm going to wait. And if I get the majority people saying me to buy, then I will definitely buy it and I'll try to compare. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video, friends. I'll stay tuned for more updates. Meanwhile, signing off. Bye.